It all began with a name that suddenly dominated Southeast Asian headlines: Chen Zhi, also known as Vincent Zhi. A man of mystery, a businessman whose empire stretched across banking, real estate, luxury resorts, and, as later revealed, into the darkest corners of the online underworld. News reports called him the Invisible Tycoon, a figure praised by Cambodian state media as a national benefactor, yet investigated by global authorities as the mastermind behind billion-dollar scam operations. To some, he was a savior, bringing investment and jobs. To others, a symbol of corruption, greed, and modern slavery. So the question remains, who is Chen Zhi? And how did a young Chinese businessman rise from obscurity to become one of the most powerful and most controversial figures in Cambodia? Chen Zhi was born in 1987 in Fujian province, China, a coastal region known for producing generations of traders and entrepreneurs. He grew up in a modest household, raised during a time when China's economy was rapidly opening to the world. From a young age, Chen showed sharp instincts for money and negotiation. He studied finance and international business, later moving across Asia in search of opportunities, first to Singapore, then reportedly to Cambodia in the early 2010s. In Phnom Penh, he arrived as an unknown businessman, quiet, polite, and strategic. But within just a few years, he began connecting with Cambodia's elite, attending political events, and establishing what would become the Prince Group, his personal empire. Those early connections and his ability to move money between countries would later become the foundation of both his rise and downfall. From around 2015, Chen Zhi founded Prince Group in Cambodia, initially claiming to operate in real estate, finance, and consumer services. The group quickly expanded to over 30 countries through a web of subsidiaries and shell companies. According to investigations, Chen Zhi not only built a business empire, but also leveraged political ties. He was even described as an advisor to former Prime Minister Hun Sen and his son Hun Manet. Among his key projects were Prince Plaza Phnom Penh, Prince Bank, and several luxury real estate developments that helped him gain massive local influence. He was granted the Cambodian honorary title Nyak Ok Nha, a distinction from major national donors, cementing his image as a state-favored tycoon.
Between 2018 and 2022, Chen Zhi's name became synonymous with success and philanthropy. Media outlets praised him as a young visionary businessman, contributing to Cambodia's economy through the Prince Foundation, scholarships, and charity campaigns. He appeared in grand openings, galas, and ceremonies, often alongside top government officials, projecting the image of a respectable, self-made billionaire. Meanwhile, his empire quietly stretched abroad. Reports revealed properties in London, including office towers and luxury mansions valued at tens of millions of pounds. But behind the glittering facade, early warnings emerged. Investigative reports hinted that Prince Group might be linked to human trafficking, online scams, and forced labor compounds, a dark undercurrent beneath the wealth.
On October 14, 2025, the U.S. Department of Justice indicted Chen Zhi and Prince Group for wire fraud conspiracy and money laundering conspiracy. They were accused of running forced labor scam compounds across Cambodia that powered massive global cryptocurrency fraud networks. Investigations uncovered at least 10 compounds fortified with barbed wire fences where workers were allegedly detained and forced to scam victims online. In one site, authorities found 1,250 phones managing more than 76,000 social media accounts targeting victims worldwide. The operation reportedly generated over 15 billion USD in Bitcoin, later seized by US authorities, one of the largest crypto confiscations in history. British and American police also froze assets in London, including a $12 million mansion and a $95 million commercial building, all traced back to Chen Zhi's network. Further evidence alleged bribery of officials, violence, and torture against workers trapped in these scam compounds. What was once a story of business success had turned into one of modern-day slavery and cybercrime on a global scale. Despite his fortune and influence,
Little is known about Chen Zhi's private life. Reports suggest he holds multiple citizenships, Cambodia, Cyprus, Vanuatu, and controls companies registered in tax havens like the British Virgin Islands. He also maintained unhosted crypto wallets, holding his own private keys, making his wealth nearly untraceable. Publicly, he appeared in tailored black suits, calm and confident, yet never gave major interviews or personal statements. His nickname soon became the Invisible Tycoon. Interestingly, Chen Zhi once donated $3 million for COVID-19 vaccines, earning him praise and the Agnya title, a strategic act that further hid the empire's darker side under a veil of generosity.
Whether convicted or not, Chen Zhi's case marks a turning point in how the world views underground economies in Southeast Asia, where business, politics, and organized crime often intertwine. Prince Group was once hailed as Cambodia's investment engine, creating jobs and modern infrastructure. But since the allegations, its image has collapsed, raising questions about whether casinos, real estate, and banking were fronts for global money laundering. The Chen Zhi saga is now a symbol of how financial crime in the digital age can transcend borders, mixing crypto, coercion, and corruption to build empires invisible to the public eye. His legacy, a story of spectacular success shadowed by scandal, a warning of what happens when wealth and power go unchecked.
From a young man born in Fujian, China, 1987, to a powerful tycoon in Cambodia. From a philanthropist celebrated for his donations to a fugitive accused of running one of the largest crypto scam networks in the world. His journey is not just from poor to rich, but from unknown to powerful, and from powerful to infamous. When you look at Chen Zhi, ask yourself, who is the man behind the mask of success? And a final question for the viewer. Where does true power come from when money and politics walk hand in hand? On October 14, 2025, the U.S. Department of Justice indicted Chen Zhi and the Prince Group for wire fraud conspiracy and money laundering conspiracy. The U.S. and U.K. also imposed sweeping sanctions targeting the Prince Group network and froze luxury assets in London, including mansions and commercial buildings. Victims, investigators, and international agencies now describe the Prince Group's operation as one of the largest cyber fraud and forced labor scandals in Southeast Asia, a landmark case for global financial crime enforcement.